Good evening, students.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
How are you guys?
Fine, sir.
So straight away, I'm going to the topic today. Today we are going to discuss organ diagrams, or I can say organ plane and polar representation. Organ plane and polar representation. Just before launching this, okay, before entering into this topic, we are going to discuss organ plane and polar representation. Polar representation. What is the importance of the reference system in math? Why we have to learn? What is the importance of reference system? What are the different reference systems we are having? Anyone? Anyone? Yes, your basic. We have started the reference system in grade 6th or 4th or 5th. We started with real axis, where you can represent all the real numbers on this line. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus infinity, -1, -2, -3, and so on, minus infinity. Why I am calling this is real axis? Now we will get full clarity. This is called real axis. Why generally x-axis we will consider as real axis? Later, when I am dealing with the geometry, there is a difficulty of discussing only with real axis. The number system can able to discuss on the real axis. Even you can able to calculate the square root of a number also using the real axis. Suppose if I want to calculate a √2, there is a method you already done in grade 9 or 10. √2 value, how we can calculate, how to identify the root numbers on the real axis using geometry. But when I'm dealing there are two kind of geometry: plane geometry, analytical geometry, and practical geometry. So in plane geometry, it doesn't require any reference system. Just we are going to learn some theorems and we are going to use some set of statements to explain something, to prove something. But when it comes to analytical geometry, we are using some reference system. So what is the need of reference system? Anyone? What are the reference systems so far you know?
Sir, coordinate system.
Coordinate axes. This is also first reference system. Without our knowledge, we will learn. This is called real axis. Second one is coordinate axis. This is another reference system, where this is your y-axis, this is your -y, this is your x, this is -x. So if I am locating a point, how to locate this point? We want, here there is a reference system. The point of intersection of these two axes is called origin, 0, 0. So any position in the reference system, suppose the whole screen, if I am splitting into four parts, not equal parts, 4 parts. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. If I want to locate, if I want to mark a position, I never take straight away like this. This is one point, this is one point, the point between this is some distance, or like this. Each and every point or each and every diagram, I can able to refer from the origin. Along x-axis, what is its distance? Along y-axis, what is its distance? This will use my ordered pair. This will use an ordered pair. So all the ordered pairs you can able to mark in this reference system. Am I right or wrong? So an ordered pair. Ordered pair means two elements you are arranging in such a way. The order is important here. The first number will represent something. The second number will represent something. Suppose xy is not equal to yx. In case of this is an ordered pair. Because if I'm taking y-axis, it is different. Suppose if I'm taking 2, 3 location is different, 3, 2 location is different. Along with, there is another reference system, 3D reference system. Guys, just hold on 5 minutes. Just hold on 5 minutes, guys. Yeah, guys, will able to hear? Is it too disturbance? Students?
There's some music in the background.
Still is there? Background?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just 2 more minutes. It will go off. Some political party, something came all of a sudden. Just 2-3 minutes. They will go. Guys, now it is gone. It's clear now. No much background noise. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Clear, sir.
Yeah. So same as we are having 3-dimensional reference system, we won't call as an ordered pair. That is a Cartesian coordinate system where your coordinates are x, y, z. Your Cartesian coordinate system, that is called 3-dimensional reference system where you can represent solids. In 2-dimensional reference system, here you can represent plane figures. But there are some situations it was not so easy to represent, to prove something, to calculate something with the existence of reference systems. So further they improved in mathematics. We are having different kind of reference systems. One of the easiest way to solve some situations you will understand in calculus. One is called polar reference system. Generally we will call as polar coordinates. This is only the introduction of polar coordinates in +1. Even in +2 also it is only the introduction. Like you are learning, if I want to learn maths in LKG or UKG, you are going to start with numbers 1, 2, 3 like that. The polar coordinates or another system is called cylindrical coordinates. The cylindrical coordinates we are not going to learn, not at all. Only if you choose either civil or either related to mechanical or aerospace in future, then only you are going to learn all these systems, how to solve the things, which is not so easy from 3-dimensional coordinate system and 2-dimensional coordinate system. But we are having the introduction of the polar reference system. First of all, we have to know what is a polar reference system, how it is connected to our complex numbers. You can see any ordered pair we can able to mark in coordinate system, 2-dimensional coordinate system. So you already know, I think in grade 9 onwards we started. Am I right, guys? Each ordered pair of real numbers what we will get? We will get a unique position in 2-dimensional reference system or coordinate system. We already done x-axis, opposite or ordinate. Suppose if I am mentioning there is a point called 2, 3. If I am saying this is an ordered pair and mark this ordered pair in XY reference system, XY plane. How we will mark this point, man? What is the procedure to mark this point? What is the procedure to mark this point? Anyone? Raghav or anyone? What is the procedure to mark this point? Arvind, Harshida, please.
Two units away from the y-axis.
So first identify the sign of the first number represents x coordinate. The second number represents y coordinate. That's the reason it is called an ordered pair. Ordered pair. The order is matter here. It's a pair. And first look into the sign of the first number. So this is +2. So from 0 along x-axis move in positive direction 2 units. Mark here. Same as second number is +3. +3. Second number represents y direction, like y-axis. On y-axis in positive side, mark 3 points, 3 positions. So once you mark, draw the perpendicular at respective positions. Wherever both the perpendiculars are meeting, this is the position of your ordered pair 2, 3. So the first number and second real number having a significance here. That's the reason we are calling as an ordered pair. If I am changing the order of this pair, the position will change. That's the reason it is called ordered pair. So if I am changing the order, it will affect the meaning of that representation. Now, the same thing, another way also I can represent. Suppose if I am having 2 axes like this. This is called real axis. And each and everything I am mentioning from the origin. Suppose if I want to mark a point here, this is a point P. Just join that point to the origin. Particularly this kind of system much useful in vectors. So OP is your first number. The angle between x-axis and the line joining of origin and that position is your second value. If I am marking the 2 values in such a way, the first number represents distance from the origin to the position. The second value represents angle between x-axis and the line joining of origin to the position. So this is also called an ordered pair. Suppose if I am saying 5, pi/6 radians. What is this meaning? This is another new reference system. It will give an ordered pair. 5, pi/6 represents there is a point in such a way from origin 5 units. This is 5 units And the angle between this 5 units and x-axis is pi by 6 radians. This ordered pair, if I am representing any positions like this is called polar coordinate system. First of all, you understand what is the meaning of polar coordinate system? Students, please respond.
Sir, in this phi does not belong to both x and y, correct?
Sorry?
Phi does not belong to x, neither y.
No, y does not belongs to either x or y. It is a rotation of rotation. How much it is rotating from real axis? How much it is rotating from real axis? That's it. Usually here we won't mention any x-axis or y-axis. That's it. This is only the polar coordinate system. The main benefit of the polar coordinate system, you will understand only in +2 of the math and some places in engineering. We can make certain situations in a simple manner. Suppose there are little bit huge equations, it is taking too much time to solve the things. In polar coordinates, you can complete within a fraction of seconds. Suppose if I am asking to multiply two complex numbers or to divide two complex numbers, with the help of this system, I can do in mind calculation. Multiplication of two complex numbers I can do in mind calculation. So particularly it will be useful in EEE engineering guys. Who is going to do EEE in future? In a single numerical, in and around 20 times you have to change the complex numbers. You have to multiply two complex numbers, you have to divide two complex numbers 20 times in a single numerical. When it comes to transformers numericals, motor numericals, there we are using this concept. And there you will get imaginary planes where you are going to deal all the calculations with imaginary numbers, complex numbers. Then only you can able to identify the how the things will work. That's a different scenario. For those things now it's a foundation. Same as if we observe a complex number, z is equal to x plus iy. It's unique. The x is known as real part of z. Y is known as imaginary part of z. If I am saying x comma y is an imaginary number, sorry, is a complex number, the real part and imaginary part of that complex number can be formed as a ordered pair. Got it, guys? What I'm saying? Students, understood? Even a complex number, real part and imaginary part, if I am collecting and if I am keeping inside a braces and I am writing, it also will follow an ordered pair. What is its order? The first number will explain the real part of the complex number. The second number will explain the imaginary part of the complex number. If I am assigning these ordered pairs in a plane, then that plane is called complex plane or orgon plane. Complex plane or orgon plane. So when I'm talking about complex plane, suppose if I'm talking about complex plane, I can able to mark any numbers. Suppose why I'm calling this is real axis, you will get one clarity here. Suppose if I want to mark 2 plus 3i, if I'm converting this number into ordered pair 2, 3, where 2 is the real part of the complex number z, where 3 is the imaginary part of the complex number z. If I'm taking first number, as usual, like a reference system on x-axis. So all real values of the complex number I am marking on x-axis. All imaginary numbers of complex numbers I am marking on y-axis. So that's the reason generally x-axis is called real axis here. So if I want to mark 2 units along x-axis, 3 units along y-axis. So this is the 2, 3, where this is an imaginary axis. So this position, if I am assigning the complex numbers in a plane having complex numbers, assign it to each of its point is called complex plane or called organ plane. So this position represents 2 plus 3i. It represents a complex number. From the complex number, I am defining a ordered pair, and ordered pair how I am assigning here. Now, this I can represent in a different way also. Suppose if I am joining this one, O, P. Suppose this is a complex OZ. What is this OZ length, guys? What is the length of the OZ? Anyone can calculate length of the OZ? Yes, 1 second.
Sir, root 13.
Sorry, guys. Yeah. So if I'm joining O to that position, I can form a right angle triangle. This will be square root of 2 square plus 3 square. What is this angle? Tan inverse B by A. Y by X. Am I right or wrong? That is, the theta will be equal to tan inverse of 3 by 2. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Tan inverse of 3 by 2. Suppose the same point I can represent like this also. Root 13, comma, tan inverse 3 by 2. This is called polar coordinates of polar representation of a complex number. Sorry, it's not polar. It's a polar coordinates because it's two coordinates here. Polar representation of complex numbers. Our scope of the syllabus is, if I am giving Z in organ plane X plus IY, how I can convert to polar coordinates, polar representation. If I am representing in organ representation, if I am representing the number in this format, organ plane, how I can convert into polar representation? That is only the board scope, board level point of view. That is only we are going to learn here. But what is its application? We will extend to a little. So with the help of this one, MCQs and some entrances, we can make it very easy. With the help of the polar coordinates, certain things we can do very easy. First of all, you understand what is a relation between organ plane representation and polar coordinates or polar representation. If I'm giving an ordered pair, if I'm writing this is r comma theta, where r is equal to root of x square plus y square, theta is equals
Tan inverse y by x.
Tan inverse y by x. Now you are having one idea what is the meaning of coordinate system and what is the meaning of polar coordinate system, polar system, like polar representation. Now, if I am giving a point x comma y, if I am asking you to represent the same system into polar system, polar representation, how to do? Polar representation is r comma theta, where r is the distance from the origin, theta is the angle between the line joining up that position to origin and x-axis, real axis. So where r is equal to square root of x square plus y square and theta is equal to tan inverse y by x. Now, suppose if I am giving a position or a point in organ plane in the form of polar representation r comma theta. If I'm asking you to convert into, coordinate system, general coordinate system, how you will do? Convert this one into organ plane. Students, how you can convert? So I am giving, suppose if I am giving 3, 4 and it's polar, this is a rectangular coordinate system. Rectangular coordinate system. If I am converting into polar coordinate system, this will be how much? 5, tan inverse 4 by 3. Suppose if I am giving the question is 5, tan inverse 4 by 3. If I am asking you to convert to rectangular coordinate system, how you will do?
Sir, the y-axis will be r sin theta and x-axis will be r cos theta.
How?
Sir, if we draw the diagram, I can say.
Yeah. From here you can see, diagram is also not much required. See why I'm explaining you, each and every time we are not going to draw the diagram for conversions. Suppose if I'm taking theta, this is actually tan theta is equal to y by x. That is nothing but sin theta by cos theta is equal to y by x. From here, r square is equal to how much? X square plus y square. So what makes this r square can eliminate sines? And what makes, what kind of equations will make? If I'm taking x is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta. Then if I'm taking r square sin square theta plus r square cos square theta will be equal to x square plus y square. So this will be r square of sin square theta plus cos square theta will be equal to how much? X square plus y square. So this will be r is equal to root of x square plus y square. So if I am writing this is r and this is your theta, if I want to convert into general coordinate system, my coordinates are how much? R cos theta, comma r sin theta. Simple. Now if you convert into this one, you will get exactly r comma theta. You can convert into polar coordinates. This one into r comma theta is your polar coordinates. Where r is the distance from the point to the position, theta is the angle between the line joining of the position to the origin and x-axis. So the same way, the complex number also we can represent.
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, what is the difference between organ plane and polar form?
In organ plane, you are representing, yeah. Are you clear with rectangular coordinates and polar coordinates?
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between rectangular coordinates and polar coordinates?
Sir, in the rectangular thing, we represent it using coordinate axis. Like we represent it using 2, 3, 4, 3 like that. But in polar form, we take the distance from origin and the angle from x-axis.
Correct. In case of complex number, in organ plane, the plane which you are representing complex numbers is called organ plane. We can represent in coordinate, rectangular coordinates as well as polar coordinates. Generally, rectangular coordinates we will call as the organ plane. If I am representing with distance and angle, that is called polar coordinates. Okay, the difference is simple. In this format, the ordered pair will have its real part and imaginary part. In this format, the ordered pair will have its magnitude, modulus of the complex number, look into here, modulus of the complex number and argument of the complex number. I am going to explain what is the meaning of argument later. Look into here. Suppose if I am taking my z is equal to x plus iy. if I'm asking you to represent in a organ plane, what you will do? On x-axis some distance, on y-axis some distance. The point, this is called x comma y, and this is iy, and this is x. What will happen? So this is a position of x comma y. Suppose same thing if I'm converting into polar coordinates, how it will look? Same thing if I'm converting into polar coordinates, how it will look in the same organ plane? There is no point of taking y-axis here, but same organ plane I am representing in the form of, instead of rectangular coordinates, I am representing in polar coordinates. X, y. I am taking, this is OP, this is R, this is theta. Where R is how much? Root of x square plus y square. What is the modulus of Z here?
Root of x square plus y square.
Plus y square. And theta is tan inverse y by x. This theta is called argument of complex number. There is a much significance for this argument of complex number. This theta is called argument of complex number. Is it clear, guys, what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Sir, so basically, organ plane is the plane used to represent complex numbers.
Complex numbers, correct.
And
complex
in that
plane or organ plane?
And in that we can represent it using polar or rectangular thing.
Coordinate system.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah. So I'm going to just giving the definitions of this. Z is a complex number. I'm trying to represent in organ plane in terms of rectangular coordinate systems and polar coordinate system, and its polar coordinates is x is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta. If I'm able to convert this one into r cos theta plus I into r sin theta, this can be written as r of sin theta, sorry.
Sir, are you speaking?
Sorry, guys. Suppose if I'm representing a complex number in polar coordinates, you are getting angle with respect to x-axis. So this angle, sorry, yes, this is called argument or amplitude of the complex number. Argument or amplitude of the complex number. Amplitude of complex number. So for any complex number, there corresponding only one theta in between either 0 to 2 pi or in between -2 plus pi, that is called principal argument of that particular complex number. Principal argument of that particular complex number. Is it clear, guys, what I'm saying?
What does that mean, sir?
Suppose if I'm giving r comma theta, this theta is possible either between 0 to 2 pi or -pi to plus pi. There exists only one theta value. Understand? That means it says it's unique. Like if I'm saying 3, 4, 3, 4 represents two positions or a single position?
Single position.
Suppose if I'm talking about r comma theta is the representation of a complex number in its polar coordinates, correct? In organ plane.
Yes, sir.
If it is, it should represent a single position, correct? It should not represent the multiple positions. Two positions it should not represent. That means r is a distance from the origin to that position, and theta is unique. It is lying in between 0 to 2 pi. It will exist a unique number. That's what the principal argument will say.
Sir, does -pi to plus pi means a real axis?
No, -pi to plus pi means it. Even if I am taking 0 to 2 pi, what is the meaning of 0 to 2 pi?
0 to 360 degrees. So rotational angle.
What is the meaning of -pi to plus pi? Minus
Sir,
pi.
not sure.
-pi to 0. This is -pi range, correct? Correct? Is it -pi? Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
And what about this one? Plus pi. You can represent the position either from 0 to 2 pi or either -pi to plus pi. It's very simple. What he is trying to say is, suppose if I am having you completed a rotation of 120 degrees. Completed a rotation of 120 degrees. Or you completed, to understand, we have take 120 degrees. What is the meaning of 120 degrees? Within 0 to 2 pi, this is 2 pi by 3, correct?
Yes, sir.
And within -pi to plus pi, how you can represent? This is 2 pi by 3. Correct or not? It is coming between 0 to pi, 2 pi by 3 is coming. Suppose if I am taking the value is 270 degrees. How you will get? How you will mark 270 degrees? What is the meaning of 270 degrees? It's completed 90, 180 and 270, correct?
Yes, sir.
Between 0 to 2 pi, how I will mark this angle? Between 0 to 2 pi, straight away this you can take
3 pi by 2.
Between -pi by 2, between pi, what is its unique value? It is -pi by 2. The meaning of 3 pi by 2 and -pi by 2, the position will be the same now. This is -pi by 2 and this will be 3 pi by 2. Are you reaching the same position here?
Yes, sir.
Suppose if I am marking an angle like this. This angle I can represent pi plus theta, or how much I can represent? Suppose this is theta, this will be pi plus theta, or I can write as
2 pi minus theta.
2 pi minus theta won't come here.
Pi, sir.
Within negative angle, how I can represent this one? -pi by 2 plus, this is what? Pi by 2 minus theta now. -pi by 2 plus theta. Correct? This will be minus pi plus theta. Am I right or wrong? Confused?
Yes, sir.
So what he's saying is, if I'm talking about 270 degrees, the 270 degrees you can represent between 0 to 2 pi as a single value or minus pi to pi as a single value.
Yes, sir. I understood 0 to 2 pi. I am asking about minus pi to pi.
Minus pi to pi, what is the representation of 270? The representation of 270 is minus pi by 2 only, no? The meaning of 3 pi by 2 minus pi by 2, I am saying both are same. Geometrically, both are same. Will you agree?
Yes, sir.
You are reaching clockwise direction
And anti-clockwise.
and anti-clockwise direction. Got it? What I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
See how you can represent between 0 to 2 pi. Generally, when I am writing the polar coordinates of a complex number, if I am writing between 0 to 2 pi, if I am writing between 0 to 2 pi, you have to write like this. This is your theta, this is your r, this is OP. If I am writing, if the angle is more than 90 degrees and less than 180 degrees, it will be like this. What is this angle? Pi minus theta or something within 0 to 2 pi only, no? Or if I am representing like this, this is also within 0 to 2 pi. If I am representing like this,
Even that is
0 to 2 pi only. What he is saying is the same, instead of representing like this, I can represent like this also. This is 0 to pi.
yes, sir.
Sorry, or within minus pi to pi only, no? What about this? This is also minus pi to pi only, no? The angle theta. What is angle you will get? Whatever the answer you are getting, that is within minus pi to pi only, no? Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Whatever the angle you are getting, it is also within minus pi to pi.
Sir, so the positive x-axis is pi and the negative x-axis minus pi.
Correct.
Okay.
If you are referring with negative excess, we can't say, but clockwise and anti-clockwise. If I am representing both the systems, both clockwise and anti-clockwise, if I am using, there will be a unique position will exist only between minus pi to plus pi. If I am using only anti-clockwise, unique position available only within 0 to 2 pi. These two intervals we are calling as principal argument of the complex number. You can use anything unless until it is specified. Usually we will take 0 to 2 pi most of the cases to represent, and you can represent if they are specifying, explain your argument between minus pi to pi also you can explain. Why this conflict will come? Usually each number should specify only one position, correct?
Yes, sir.
Each number should specify one each number, but if you are using trigonometry to identify the positions of the polar coordinates. But if I am saying tan is positive, it is possible in two locations.
Yes, sir. First and third quadrant.
First and third quadrant. So how you can define two positions is not possible to locate the complex number, correct?
Yes,
it should
sir.
be only one unique value, no? It should be only one unique value. How we are going to deal this one? It is depends upon real part sign and imaginary part sign. Suppose you are getting theta is negative and sine is also negative, then what is that meaning? Theta is negative possible in only second and fourth quadrant. And sine is also negative in which coordinate? Which quadrant?
Third and fourth.
Fourth. So the location is in fourth quadrant. So to understand this, you can represent from 0 to 2 pi or 0 to negative side pi or 0 to positive side pi. Any one reference system you can able to take to represent the polar coordinates. So if you do 1 or 2 numericals, it will be easy to understand. Maximum, they will ask us what is the argument of the complex number, what is the modulus of the complex number by giving the polar coordinate system. Suppose there is a question, I'm taking straight away a textbook question. Represent the complex number in polar form. I gave straight away equations how to represent complex to polar form. Suppose if I am asking you represent a complex number in polar form, represent a complex number, Z is a complex number, I am asking you to represent in a polar form. 1 plus I root 3 in polar form. So how will you represent? If Z is equal to X plus Iy, its polar form is what? R cos theta plus R sin theta, where R is equal to root of X square plus Y square, tan theta is equal to Y by X.
Sir, you left I.
I. So where R will be equal to how much? 1 plus root 3 whole square. This will be root 2. Root 3 by 1. That is how much? Root 3 by 1. Tan theta is equal to root 3 when? Theta is equal to tan inverse root 3. Inverse trigonometry not yet introduced for you, but I just tan theta is equal to Y by X. Then theta can be written as tan inverse of Y by X. For what value of Y by X? My theta value. For what value of tan theta, I will get Y by X. That is the meaning of inverse of tan. So what is the tan inverse root 3? I can say pi by 6. Pi by 6 or pi by 3? 60 degrees only now.
60, sir.
60 degrees. So from here, what is your cos theta? 1 by 2. What is your sin theta?
Root 3 by 2.
Here both are positive because real number is also positive, imaginary number is also positive. So how it will look? Is it 60 degrees or any other value? Third quadrant. It is in first quadrant, correct? It is possible only either first quadrant or only possible first quadrant because all are positive here. Cos is positive, sin is positive, tan is also positive here. So the required polar form of a complex number, actually it should be like 2 comma pi by 3, but we have to represent 2 comma pi by 3 may be rectangular coordinates or a rectangular coordinate organ plane. How I will know if this is an organ plane? Because it is easy to represent general numbers also you can represent in this format. That's the reason we are taking the help of the trigonometry. 2 into, I am taking like this, cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. This is representing the complex number in the format of polar coordinates. Representing the complex number in the form of polar coordinates. So the conversion is very simple. X plus Iy, if I am converting, it should be representing like this, R of cos theta plus I sin theta. If I am asking you in diagram, then it will be useful. 2 units and this angle is pi by 3. Suppose if I am taking 1 minus I root 3, then I will get answer is 1 minus I root 3. 1 minus I root 3. Where I will get? What is the answer? Then I will get 2 into cos pi by 3 minus I sin pi by 3. Is it right or wrong? Is it right or wrong? It's wrong. Why it is wrong? So I'm writing the same thing. for 1 minus I root 3, whether I can take pi by 3 or what is your argument here? What is your argument? It is in the case of negative values. So in case of negative values, how to deal this thing, we will discuss in tomorrow class. And what is the importance of this polar? Why sir? Why I have to learn this thing? What is the purpose? Why they are teaching us to convert a coordinate system to polar coordinates? Why they are asking us to convert represent a complex number in polar representation? What is the use? That also we will see in next class. Yeah.
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, here tan inverse root 3, it can also be 240 degrees, right?
Which one? But if I am taking tan inverse root 3 is 240 degrees, but my cos will become negative. Sine also should be negative now. That's the reason I am using to represent the complex number. This format I am using to understand in a better way. Because if I am taking tan inverse, see here, it should be represented in first quadrant. But if you are taking into 240 also, 60 and 240, if I'm thinking if I can able to take 240 also, what is happening here? What is happening here? Your cos and sine is becoming negative. That means it is showing as -1 minus I root 3 also same argument. -1 minus I root 3. Here you will get the same. See, there are 4 possibilities here. You can take. If you are having free time, just go through these 4 questions. 1 plus I root 3, 1 minus I root 3, -1 minus I root 3, -1 plus I root 3. So tomorrow we are going to discuss with these 4 different positions, how I can make it in EQ. Yes, please.
Sir, in this, the last -1 plus I root 3, should the argument lie in the second quadrant?
Yeah, because cos is negative and sine is positive.
And the third one should lie in third quadrant.
Correct.
And second one in fourth quadrant.
Yeah, that I will discuss. It's instead of quadrant, you said no, sir, where my tan is possible, my possible tan value is 240 also. Why I can't take? I will explain tomorrow with the help of these 4 numericals. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, we'll meet in next class.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.